The gracious and holy God. Again, we invite you into this place. Teach us the gifts that we have and the joy in you that resides here in our hearts. Teach us how to obtain that, to get it, to sustain that. God, I pray that the words from my lips and the meditation from my heart is both accepting and pleasing to you. Today's reading is from Luke, chapter 1, 26 through 28. This reading's rendition this morning is from the Message, and it reads, "In the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, God sent angel Gabriel to the Galilean village of Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to be married to a man descended from David. His name was Joseph, and the virgin's name was Mary. Upon entering, Gabriel greeted her. 'Good morning. You're beautiful with God's beauty, beautiful inside and out. God be with you.'" I want to move to and jump to Luke 1:35. The angel answered, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you. The power of the highest hover over you. Therefore the child you bring to birth will be called Holy, Son of God." Now I chose the Message version. I usually do not. But I love the way that verse number 28 reads. "Good morning. You're beautiful with God's beauty. Beautiful inside and out. God be with you." Now we can take that scripture to mean anything. A lot of times, because we live in a physical world, we may go to physical. And Mary was beautiful. And I'm sure that she was. But to me, it has a deeper meaning. To me, Mary was beautiful in her heart. Inside her heart, she was beautiful. And to me, that's what joy is. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful gift to learn how to keep, but it is also a beautiful gift to learn how to give to other people. And obviously, the other beauty that we can see in that is that she was chosen to be the birth mother of Christ and Jesus. A couple of short illustrations this morning. A woman who suffered from a painful illness said to her pastor, "I have such a lovely robin that sits on the outside of the window. In the early morning, as I lie here, he serenades me." Then, as her smile brightened, her thin features added, "I love him. I love him because he sings in the rain." That is because the most beautiful thing about the robin, when the storm has silenced almost all the other songbirds, stop singing, the robin sings on. The robin sings in the rain. The second illustration this morning is about my encounter last week. And again, we're describing joy and trying to get in joy with our daily happenings in life here. So last week, as I stopped to pick up some alterations, as I entered the store, it was business as usual. It was, things like, what is your name? What do you need the item you're here to pick up? When the business owner made her way to the register, I began to engage in conversation with her, and I talked about how demanding and busy the holidays can be with the additional times that we need for engagements and other requirements. And if we're not careful, how that can sometimes steal our joy. She replied to me to tell me that she doesn't do any of these other extracurricular activities, kinds of things. All she does is work. And that she was too tired to attend some of these other engagements to even celebrate the season. The more that I spoke with her, I found out that she was a Christian, but had lost her joy and zeal for life. She chose to focus only on her work. It was all work and no play. I am a longtime customer and have witnessed this fact. Through Christ, she was able to rekindle her own joy and reconnect with the Christ child. Joy is contagious. The joy in our hearts is infectious and is contagious. You see, it was the beacon of light that she both felt and saw that transformed her heart right before my eyes. As we were closing our conversation, she returned the Christ light back to me, and she said, "There is no charge today. Joy shines a light onto the path that God would have us follow." For this morning's sermon, I used a book titled, "Joy is My Compass." And as I begin today's sermon, I'd like to list some words that describe joy. Now, I want you to bear with me. There's quite a kind of medium list. But as your ears are absorbing these words, I want you to kind of to feel them. I want you to take a moment to sit with them. I want you to feel these words and just how incredible they are, really. Maybe even if you can, if you're able to do it, to kind of reminisce on something that you were doing in your own lives where you felt this, say like gladness or these kinds of things. So here it goes. Delightful, gladness, exhilaration, exuberance, euphoria, bliss, rapture, elation, again, gladness, happiness, delight, and the list continues. Here are some other words that I have used to define joy. Joyful, content, love, self-love, positive attitude, kindness, compassion, generous, grateful, and an awareness to understand that our spirit and souls need to connect with our Creator, the source of our jubilee. But before we can get there, we must first have an awareness that we even need to get there and practice that. Because if we don't get to that point, it is all academics, as they say. It's just words, right? Words and definitions. There is something magical in connecting with our divine Creator on the spiritual plane. Psalm 16:11 reads, "Now you've got my feet on life's path, all radiant from the shining of your face. Ever since you took my hand, I'm on the right way." I can't help but recall after I read that Exodus 3:2 and 3:4. The angel of God appeared to Moses in flames of a burning bush. God called to him from out of the bush, "Moses, Moses." Moses said, "Yes, I'm right here." Let this be a reminder that Christ, Emmanuel, God is with us. God led Moses and his people out of the desert. All we have to do, God's already there. All we have to do is extend the hand. Amen. Extend the hand. Now, life has two kinds of richness to offer us. The first one is obtained externally, through these ego things that we have, our brains, and a desire to consume or to own or experience material things. The other one has to do with the words that I listed above to define joy. Our external richness feeds our egos, which results in shallow relationships, unquenchable obsessions, depression, loneliness, feeling unfulfilled or even lost. External richness feeds our desires to experience individualism, materialism, or an excessive desire to immerse ourselves into the world's physicality. Things like high-end cars, boats, excessively talking, excessively well-being things. That's what we're focused on. Or even some entertain themselves with dangerous or extreme obsessions with daily thrill-seeking activities. There's some people out there, they just love to live life kind of dangerously. You know what I'm saying? Kind of out there. They live for that thrill-seeking experience. And so, again, that's still kind of a physicality kind of thing because we're living on that moment, on that feeling that we're feeling there. These kinds of things is the richness of possessing, meaning that we desire material things with pride of physicality, like the activities that I listed above. However, in contrast to that, richness of joy is our inner richness of being. The very essence of God, filling that, embodying that essence of God. If we can just learn how to be the essence of God, the God within us, then we will experience so much more joy in our lives and be so much more happier. If we learn how to use joy as our compass in life, we will complete our journey here on earth with contentment, knowing that we have completed the reason that we were sent. We can accomplish this by using joy as a compass along our lives. I mean, think about it. Just ponder joy just for a minute. It's just natural to go in that direction when we're thinking about joy, right? We're happy about it. We feel good about it, right? So it's kind of almost like a high. We want to continue that high. So we continue to go in that direction. You know? So today's lesson really is about going with that joy. Knowing that the Christ joy, Christ's life is in that. And that is used as a compass along our way. I like to think that life's journey is like that of a school classroom where we learn lessons along life's way. These lessons are contagious. Are contingent on how well we are willing to look at, embrace, and learn from our challenging feelings, such as our sadness, our grief, and our fear. Sometimes we sit so much in the anguish of those feelings that we're really missing the bigger meaning of that, or what that experience provides for us. In other words, if we can learn how to transform everyday life situations into opportunities for growth and healing, then we will find our capacity for joy and love is actually increased. The joy that we all see lies in our ability to choose it over sadness, the grief, fear, etc. That is our challenge, ultimately, later. We can accomplish this if we can learn how to use joy in life's circumstances as a compass to guide us through both the good times and the hard times. Our souls will live happier and experience the deep mysteries of God. Attaining joy doesn't require a blind leap outward, but a gentle step inward. Life is a series of choices. Wouldn't it be great if we could increase our chances of a more blissful life by being able to choose life's decisions more wisely? Our blissful feeling of joy is our compass for making blissful decisions along the way. Try following what makes you joyful in life, and begin to use it as a compass in your life while we're here on our journey. Nothing in the outer world can match the quality or the integrity of what your soul already knows. The richness of this life begins when we choose to mirror the Christ light that is already inside us. All we have to do is focus on being joyful to accomplish this. Our search for answers begins and ends with none other than our own self. Many people in life sometimes, maybe you know some, I don't know, there's movies out there that kind of portray this kind of situation. But we have everything in life, really all we need. Shelter, life, those kinds of things, food. But there's something just missing. there's just something missing. Is that? And so, there's a movie, I don't know if anybody knows it. I have to get more updated movies, I guess. Julia Roberts is in Eat, Pray, Love. So she has I see a few nods, so that's good. So, she goes how she wants to find purpose and meaning in life. You know, and there's really only one way to do that. I mean, although she went, where was it, to Tibet, or wherever she went with all the gurus and all the wise ones and stuff to seek answers. We don't have to do that. I mean, I'm sure the experience was really nice and the growth and the learning there. But really, if we would just step inside here and just reflect on God and Christ's life and learn how and practice the art of connecting with our Creator, it brings us so much joy. For our entire life, our souls continue to search for the one who created it, just like a compass always seeks true north, for the purpose of locating itself. Similarly, as our souls are like compasses, they constantly seek their true selves by aligning themselves with the Creator. However, in order to do this, the soul must first find in relation to its Creator, just like a compass finds its location through magnetic properties. The compass aligns itself to a stationary reference point, the North Pole. In order to figure out where it is, this same concept relates to our soul's search for its Creator. It will continue to search for its Creator in order to find itself. How many times have you heard people say, I have to find myself? It's just part of the DNA. You've got to find myself. What is the irony here? How many of us, over the course of our journey, have felt lost or confused or without identity and purpose because we haven't connected with our reference point, which is our Creator? Our Creator is like that North Pole from the magnet. It helps us define us, our identity, and our purpose. And if we haven't found that reference point, that's exactly how we're going to feel. We're going to feel lost and confused. Our souls are at home and thrive the most when our souls experience joy, peace, love. The next time you are faced with seeking answers, directions, or enlightenment from God, try the joyful path. Ask yourself which choices make you feel the most joyful. Then try each of them on for size. Or as you're trying them on, notice which one feels lighter, better, greater. Feels like the real you. Sometimes we kind of get caught up and copy other people. You know? It looks fun. Somebody else's life looks fun. Let me try that on for size. But it doesn't sustain us for very long, right? What makes your heart skip? Pick that one and go with it. God will lead us through life's decisions if we learn how to look inward and find that essence of being of joy of God. When we are able to touch the joy in our own being that resides in our souls, we will also have connected to God and God's purpose and answers in our lives. When you find that space, that joy, know that the Christ within you is gently pulling you in that direction. Learn how to rely on God's joy as we maneuver the complexity of God's life, or our life. The Christ light within us will intersect with the Creator's light and God's joy, which will navigate in life. Following joy is the most direct way to fulfilling our life's purpose. Joy is the affirmation that God gives us. Yes. It's just the affirmation that God wants us to feel it. God wants us to feel alive. Amen. There's a difference between just living life Isaiah 26:4. Trust in God forever, because God is an everlasting rock. Amen. God is our internal compass reference point. That is the piece that I want you to go away with today. That the Spirit, the joy within here is your compass and your guidance to where God is leading you. We have a lot to learn from Jesus' birth announcement in today's sermon. Can you imagine being in Mary's shoes, receiving word that you would become pregnant, not by her soon-to-be husband Joseph, but by God's majestic beauty? Isn't this just like life to throw us complexities of what we would have normally expected? Right? We have what we think life planned out up here in this brain. But God offers us so much more.
Amen.
The angel said to Mary, "Rejoice, favored one, for God is with you." Joy is with you. Here. Excuse me. Oh, the joy that Mary would have felt receiving the word that she would conceive the Christ child, and he will become great and someday be called the Son of the Most High. He will reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his reign will have no end. Luke 1:26. As I close today's sermon, know that our ability to sit in the midst of the rain and still sing God's joy will become a catalyst in us obtaining happiness and peace in this life. Know this: joy is contagious. It doesn't just sit or sing in the sunshine. Just like the singing robin in the first illustration, the robin continues to sing even in the rain. The kind of joy we speak of in today's sermon is like the robin's joy. J.R. Miller said, "Anybody can sing in the sunshine. You and I should sing on even when clouds pour out rain, for Christ is within us. We should sing in the rain. Joyfulness is characteristic of the soul that lives in common with God. And that soul unconsciously will persuade others to taste and see the goodness that Christ offers. What I want you to know with my final words is to never give up. And know that God's majestic ways are more magical than we can ever comprehend. And in order to recognize them, we must prepare our life to follow the joys in life, even when it rains. Amen.